we can come back to the main case of Kwekwe, because we are now going to deal with the deregistration of the school instead of us dealing with the main case. You get my point?
All right,
then
thank you so much, brother.
The MEC will then come after and celebrate as if like justice has been served.
All right, I thank you, sir. Let's give Soga President, Mr. Prince, you can go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, everybody also on the comments section. Yeah, I know I came late. I know you guys have spoken a lot of things. Yeah, I was not here. I was still busy with something. But yeah, I won't say much because I want to catch up with what you guys have been saying. But I do agree that the principal and the owner of the school, we need to deal with them. Both of them. Also the schools that this guy, the owner of the school, still own. We need to attend to that also, because if he has allowed this principal to continue to work in that school after so many things happen, obviously he's leaving the other schools also. It's probably same things that are happening also there. You know, we need to check what is going on those schools also, because he cannot allow this principal to continue with his job when he knows there was something that happened and he ignored it and he did not attend to it or expel that teacher, regardless of what that principal should have been expelled, even from the owner of the school, that you are not wanted in the school, because he promoted that. Whatever happened there, he does not care. They only care about making money out of our children. They don't care about nothing. They never love us, these people. They only cares about how much can we pay to their pocket. We're just enriching them, so that he doesn't care. So we need to deal with him also. Wherever he is, if he's listening, he must know we are coming for him. This will not end here with the principal only. We want justice.
I just want to add up something. That school owner owns around the country 134 schools. His name is Chris van der Merwe. 134 schools owned by one individual person. And if this problems happen in that Berkeley College in Matatiele, imagine what's happening in Port Elizabeth, imagine what's happening in Colesberg, imagine what's happening in Cape Town. This man owns the country right now. Our children's lives are in danger, sir. It is a serious criminal activities happening in the country. That's why is Mossad involved at the moment. That's why AfriForum is involved. This principal, originally from Israel background person, listen me very carefully. Israel background person. Okay, that principal, Jacob Peterson, is not an Afrikaner. It is Israeli European background person. Must make very clear what I'm speaking about. That principal has got the same mentality as Jeffrey Epstein in America. Do you remember Jeffrey Epstein list? Think wise what I'm speaking about. That exactly the same school like Oprah Winfrey Leadership School has the same type of mentality. Our people, especially Senzo Mukunu and his leadership, is failing the country right now. It is not doing what's supposed to be done. Oscar Mabunyana is not acting as a governing body for Eastern Cape. He's not. He's focusing on extortion, sir. That is the life of children is in danger right now. If anything happened to that woman, we are coming for Oscar Mabunyana. We are coming for Senzo Mukunu. The two persons need to be held accountable for this case. Taking 7 months is not coming with no result. What kind of justice system do we have? How can you release that Nigerian rapist pastor, which is last week we lost Pamela? How can you release that rapist just like this? I'm sorry, the system is failed entire country. Continue, sir. I apologize for my time.
Yeah, look, the system has failed the country. What they're doing now, they think they can shift our position. What they want to do, they want to frustrate us. They want to frustrate us. They want to shift our mindset now. That's why they release him. It cannot be happening now. It is because they want to frustrate us, and we must not allow them to frustrate us. We will deal with them, all of them at the same time. If they think they will frustrate us, they think we will forget about this case, so we can shift our mind to something else. We must not allow them. This owner of the school, if somebody owns over 100 schools, it's very clear that this is not about education. This is about power. This is about business for him. It has nothing to do with he cares for the education for our children. He just wants to continue to make money out of a country. He's only interested in sucking out the money out of and you find in all of those schools that you have, the majority of the people, it's black people that he's stealing the money from. We cannot allow this to continue like this. He need to come and answer why did he let that principal to continue to work? Because if this principal is guilty, obviously he has done this to not to one student, because whatever is done to it was done by a professional, somebody who has been doing it for many time. For the fact that the mother, they could not even find no blood on that child, is to show you the person who's responsible for what they've done to that child is a professional. He has done it many times, because they cleaned up the child. Why did they clean up the child? So this, the owner of the school, he must come and answer. He must not be left out. If he's listening, he must come with answers. We are not going to leave you out. You are part of this course. You have allowed this person to continue to do his job where our children are, where our children are not safe under this man's watch. We should not shift. They can do whatever they want to do, and you know what we should not allow them to continue to do whatever they're doing. The schools must be all the schools that this man he has. We must stop them. We must stop them to continue. We cannot allow them. Let me give a chance to another person.
Okay, let me come back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, go ahead again.
I fully agree with you. All the schools, 134 schools, those schools, they're supposed to be closed. They're supposed to be closed, and they can be able to check what is exactly going on, because it can happen that all the schools, all the kids that they are attending in those schools, they have the very same problem, because those people are professional. Imagine the little one couldn't feel anything. It was just numb. She didn't feel anything, and then she went home, and in the morning again she went to school without any kind of a thing. That one is a child. It shows exactly that they were using very hard drugs on her, that the pain must be numb. She must not feel anything. All those people, including that caretaker and also the drivers, if they were changing the contacts, we have to know also why that particular day they were changing the driver. Another person should go, and that person didn't come in time. He is also in the very same thing. You have the system when the kids are going out from school. You're supposed to be there to pick them up. If you are late, you can shuttle call, but the person didn't call. Instead, after 45 minutes later, this is when they started to notify the old driver that the kids were not picked up. Then this is the time that he started everything here. It is including so many people, including the drivers, both of them. They supposed also to answer why that particular day, because on our days we are living on people that they are taking brown envelopes left and right. We don't know, and we just don't want anything now. We want justice for Xwexwe, and we are going to continue until justice is served. At the same time, one thing we need to think about, Xwexwe's family supposed to be under protection, not by the police, by the people that they have nothing to do with the police. Because now when there are accidents and this and that, we don't really know what is exactly going on. Thank you.
I just want to mention something. Just 1 second, Mr. Mandela. That
No, it's my
organization,
time.
okay, it's an organization called in Cap Kids Foundation. The Cap Kids Foundation owner living in Los Angeles. The Cap Kids Foundation, children all orphanage. And nobody knows what's happening to those children. Nobody. South African. Listen, I'm going to speak about social development. Minister, you need to check every early education centers around the country. All the crashes need to be checked one by one. We need to know what's going on in the country. The children, 16,000 children every year disappear. Who is hijacking, kidnapping the kids? Who is the behind this? What kind of syndicate is happening in South Africa? Who does this human trafficking in South Africa? There is a human trafficking. This is a horrible things happening in the country right now. Horrible. Enough is enough. We need to listen. We need to shut down Cap Kids Foundation in Muizenberg. Cap Kids Foundation. Please take that name and search that name. Okay, Mr. Maris, it's your turn now.
Did you saw how the congregation
The education system, and it is the government system, and it's the police. And also as a principal, he was supposed to fight for this case, so he is a suspect number one, and the two caretakers, they supposed to be put on lie detectors. We must get them to get lie detectors, and they must be locked up because they're suspects. And the school must be closed down, and we need to get doctors into that school, and all the children that about the same age, they need to be inspected, and the doctors must go over them and go see, because this whole story looks like a syndicate happening there, and that is that school is not safe. So why keep the school open? They can close the school, and then they must get detectives in to go see where did it happen, and then also other children also must be inspected, because there is maybe children and parents that scared to come forward. But this woman, she was very brave, and we must do everything in power to help this woman and also all the children that is in that school.
We are just worried about this woman's life right now. We don't know what's happening to her mother. We are praying for her. We are praying. We be sure she's a safe. May God bless her. She opened a lot of wounds of this nation. She unlocked a lot of problems in this nation. This nation was sleeping. She evacuated entire nation. She's actually need to be pointed as a national hero. South African, are you there? South Africa first.
Yes, I am here. I concur with the sentiments of what Marius has just said, and I think to a greater extent some of the issues that were expressed by Puleng and Emandulo. I think what is coming out very clearly and that is manifesting itself through this justice cause that we are on for Twetwe. This whole entire incident has laid it bare for all of us to see with our naked eyes just how much, to what extent has South Africa been broken, and how much almost every area in of South Africa, the critical aspects that make our formidable democracy, how much they've all collapsed. And I think we should see this, it is by the many issues that we end up finding ourselves dealing with under one banner of the Justice for Cwecwe. Through Justice for Cwecwe, we have gotten to see that politicians in the likes of MEC Gade, they do not even know the laws that govern their own territories that they are placed and put there to lead. And I said it last week when people were busy being excited and sending messages of congratulation and complimenting the action of MEC Gade. That I said that was a miscalculation that does not only conceal evidence, it helps the AfriForum's desire of ensuring that whatever that would have brought Link closer to the principal keeps getting further and further and further. Now we are waking up to a new a turnaround where he had now to what? Rescind the decision of revoking the license of the school. When we were supposed to have the MEC dealing with the school in a manner that is in line with the desire of attaining justice for the child, rather than causing a havoc and destabilizing schooling for learners that have got nothing to do with the issue that we are dealing with here. But there is also an important fundamental issue that we need to speak about. The issue where we articulated to the Minister of Police to say, over and above the declaration publicly of the preliminary report, we also require the minister to announce the team of investigators that are responsible for this. We don't want another Senzo Meyiwa case here where we are being fooled, wool is pulled out of our eyes, and the South African police act as though they are doing something just so they can send us on a wild goose chase. We know how in South Africa how an act up destabilization can be rehearsed and displayed in a very uniform way that you will think that no, there is something indeed that is being done. Our ultimate goal here is that we need the police to pass the test of having done their work. By the time the docket moves from the South African police and is now escalated to a different arm of the jurisdiction of a justice system in South Africa, which is the NPA, we must have nothing that is suspicious on the part of the police. For as long as we are still having them now, as Mr. Mehmet was saying, where they are still, why can't the minister pronounce that AfriForum back off? You've got no territory when SAPS is in charge and undertaking and conducting an investigation. Why can't they tell the AfriForum where to get off? Why is the AfriForum interfering with processes that me and you cannot just decide to voluntarily throw ourselves into and decide to one day we pose as a prosecutorial organization, the next day we pose as a